There are two kinds of death in this world. The first is the one that comes at the end when your heart stops, your lungs give up, and they lower your body into the ground. The second is far more dangerous. It's the death that happens while you're still breathing, when you give up on your dreams, when you stop growing, when you stop feeling anything at all, when your soul dies, and your body just keeps moving through the motions. I see it every day, people walking with their heads down, eyes empty, energy gone. They smile, they laugh, they go to work, but inside they're already dead, dead because they let fear win, dead because they believed the lies they were told, dead because they stopped trying, stopped fighting, stopped living. But here's the truth. You're still breathing. That means you still have a shot. That means your fight is not over. This life doesn't promise you easy. It promises you pain, struggle, setbacks, but it also gives you purpose, passion, and the power to rise from your ashes again and again and again. So this isn't just a speech. This is a wake-up call, a fire alarm for your soul, a reminder that you've got more in you, more to give, more to live, more to be. Don't die before your death. Don't bury your light just to fit in the dark. You were born to stand tall, born to fight back, born to rise. So stand up. Turn up the volume on your life and let the world know you're still here and you're just getting started. There's a moment, a quiet one, when you're sitting alone and you realize you're just existing, not living. You go to work, you eat, you sleep, you scroll through your phone for hours and repeat. But inside, there's nothing, no fire, no purpose, no fight. Let me tell you something. There's a big difference between being alive and truly living. Some people are buried at 25 but don't get put in the ground until 75. They stop dreaming, stop feeling, stop becoming. They die before their death. But you're still breathing. That means something. That means your story isn't over. Not yet. I've seen people walk through hell, addiction, poverty, heartbreak, failure, and still come back swinging. Why? Because they realized one thing: as long as you're breathing, you've got power. You've got another chance to get it right. Another chance to heal, to love, to fight, to win. Take someone like Kai Johnson. He was on his way to the NFL. One game, one hit, one moment, his right arm was paralyzed forever. Dream crushed, life shattered, but did he quit? No. He said, I might not play football, but I'm still breathing. That means I can inspire, I can speak, I can lead. Today, he's one of the most powerful motivational speakers in the world. That's living. That's taking life by the collar and saying, you don't get to break me. Too many people let life break them. One bad relationship and they never trust again. One business failure and they never try again. One mistake and they bury themselves in shame. But listen, failure doesn't kill you. Fear does, regret does, giving up does, and regret is poison. Because the moment you're lying in a hospital bed or standing at the edge of your time, you won't think about the risks you took. You'll think about the ones you didn't, the dreams you ignored, the love you never gave, the words you never said, the life you never lived. You don't have to change the whole world today, but you do have to stop being a prisoner in your own skin. Get out, take a walk, call someone you love, write one page of that book, apply to that job, start that YouTube channel, go to the gym, face that fear, start living today, because life won't wait for you. Time doesn't care about your pain. It keeps ticking whether you live fully or not. So stop just breathing. Breathe with purpose, with fire, with hunger. You're still alive, so act like it. Don't wait for your final breath to realize you never lived. Fear is the invisible cage that holds more people back than failure ever could. Fear of rejection, fear of judgment, fear of losing, fear of not being good enough. And the worst part, most people don't even realize they're locked inside. They live cautiously, quietly, carefully, as if playing it safe will somehow keep them from pain. But let me be real with you, playing it safe is the most dangerous game of all, because it doesn't protect you. It buries you alive. Take Elon Musk. He put everything he had into SpaceX and Tesla. He faced failure publicly, repeatedly. People laughed, they mocked him. He risked it all, but he believed more in his mission than he feared their opinions. And guess what? He changed the world. Now, I'm not saying you need to launch a rocket, but I am saying you need to launch yourself out of fear, out of doubt, out of paralysis. You need to break free from the mental prison that tells you you're not ready. Because that voice, it's a liar. Fear is not the enemy, it's the compass. It points to the very thing you need to do. That speech you're afraid to give it. That dream you're scared to chase it. That conversation you're dreading, have it, do it scared, because on the other side of fear is freedom, and most people will never taste it because they die in their comfort zone, safe, quiet, and unfulfilled. But not you. You're built different. You've felt fear. You've lived with it. But now you break it. You walk into that fear like it owes you rent. You look it in the eye and say, "You don't own me anymore." And even if your knees shake, your voice trembles, your hands sweat, you go anyway. Because the goal is not to be fearless, it's to be brave. And brave people don't wait for fear to disappear. They move through it. Don't let fear write your story. Tear the page. Write your own. Too many people live their whole lives on pause, as if they're waiting for someone to walk into the room, hand them a certificate, and say, "You're allowed to begin now." But let me tell you the truth, that person is never coming. You keep waiting for your parents to say they're proud, for your friends to approve, for the world to notice. But every second you wait is a second you're dying slowly. You don't need validation. You don't need applause. You don't need anyone's permission but your own. Look at Arnold Schwarzenegger. The man was told he had a thick accent, a strange name, and a body that didn't fit Hollywood standards. You think he waited for casting directors to say, "You're ready." No, he decided he was ready and then proved it. That's how legends are made. You want to write a book, start writing. You want to start a business, start researching. You want to make a change in your life. Get up right now and start. Waiting is a lie. Waiting is death dressed up as patience. The world doesn't reward people who sit quietly in the back hoping to be called. It rewards those who walk up to the front and say, "This is my place." You weren't born to fit in. You were born to stand out, but standing out takes guts. It takes owning your flaws, your past, your voice, and then choosing to rise anyway. Don't waste years waiting for perfect timing. The stars won't align. The fear won't disappear. The people won't always support you. Do it anyway, because every legend you admire, every success story started with someone who had the courage to say, "I'm going with or without permission." So what are you waiting for? Comfort is a beautiful place, but nothing ever grows there. It's like a warm bed on a cold morning, feels good, but stay too long and you'll miss the whole day. That's what most people do with life. They find something easy, something predictable, and they build a routine around it. Safe, secure, dead inside. You weren't built for safe. You weren't created to play small. You were built to rise through pressure, to evolve through pain, and to conquer challenge. Think about a seed. If it never breaks through the dirt, it never becomes a tree. That process, it's dark, messy, and violent, but it's necessary. Your growth works the same way. It's uncomfortable, it's painful, it's scary, but it's the only path forward. David Goggins used to be obese, depressed, cleaning cockroaches in a fast food joint. He looked in the mirror one day and saw a man who was dying not because of disease, but because of comfort. So he made a decision, break the pattern or be buried by it. He ran, he trained, he suffered, he evolved. Now he's a Navy SEAL, an ultramarathon runner, and one of the toughest men alive. He didn't die before his death because he chose discomfort. You're going to have to make that choice, too. It's not easy, growth never is, but staying comfortable comes at a much higher cost. It costs your potential, your peace, your passion, so move, step into the pain, sign up for that course, start that side hustle. Speak in public, go to the gym, make the call, whatever's hard, do it again and again, because that's where life is. Your comfort zone is a coffin with pillows. Kill it before it kills everything great inside you. We all carry baggage, mistakes, regrets, scars. Some people carry it like armor, others like chains. But what if I told you that your past doesn't define you, it refines you? Too many people die every day still haunted by yesterday. They keep replaying that one failure, that one heartbreak, that one bad choice, and they let it kill their hope for tomorrow. But your past, it's not your prison, it's your proving ground. Think of Oprah Winfrey. Abused as a child, rejected by TV networks, labeled unfit for television. Did she let her past bury her? No. She turned her pain into power, her story into strength. You can too. Your potential is not buried in who you were, it's waiting in who you can become. But to reach it, you have to stop digging in the past and start building the future. Yes, you messed up. So what? We all have. Yes, you failed. Good. That means you tried. Now try again, but smarter. Stronger, louder, because your past isn't where you're going, it's just where you've been. You've still got a heartbeat. That means you've still got potential. So forgive yourself, release the weight, and move forward. The ground behind you is done. The sky above you is wide open. Passion isn't just about doing what you love, it's about feeling alive while doing it. It's the fire that gets you out of bed when motivation is dead. It's the spark that makes the hours disappear when you're locked in your zone. Without passion, life is just repetition. Wake up, work, sleep, repeat. That's not living, that's slow death. You want to know why most people feel stuck, numb, tired all the time? Because they traded their passion for a paycheck. They gave up their soul for stability. But here's the secret. Real fulfillment doesn't come from comfort. It comes from doing what sets your soul on fire. Take Steve Irwin, the crocodile hunter. He didn't just work with animals. He lived it, breathed it. His love for wildlife was so pure, so raw, that it inspired millions. And even when it led him into danger, he never stopped. Because passion isn't always safe, but it's always worth it. Now ask yourself, what makes you lose track of time? What fills you with energy even when you're tired? What would you do for free if no one ever paid you? That's your passion, and you don't have to quit your job tomorrow or throw your life into chaos. But you do have to start. Give it 10 minutes a day, an hour on weekends, a voice in your mind, a page in your journal, a place in your life. Because when you ignore your passion, you start to suffocate slowly, silently. Don't let the world convince you that your passion is just a hobby. It's your lifeline, your fuel. Your purpose disguised as joy. Find it, feed it, follow it. Because when you die, your money, your followers, your titles, they all disappear. But the fire you lit in others through your passion, that stays forever. So don't die before your death. Light up this world before you go. Somewhere along the way, someone told you a lie. Maybe it was a teacher who said you weren't smart, a parent who said you weren't strong, a friend who laughed at your dream, and maybe you believed them. Maybe you started to shrink, to doubt, to carry their words like chains on your soul. But hear me now, you are not what they said you were. You are not the insult. You are not the failure. You are not the mistake. You are not the disappointment. You are not the label they stuck on you in your weakest moment. You are more, so much more. Michael Jordan was cut from his high school basketball team. Walt Disney was told he lacked imagination. Oprah was told she was unfit for TV. Every giant was once overlooked. Every legend was once laughed at. The world will try to put you in a box because it's easier to control you that way. They'll say, this is all you'll ever be. But they don't know your heart. They don't know the nights you cried and still showed up the next morning. They don't know your grit, your resilience, your fight. You do, so tear off the labels, burn the boxes, rewrite the narrative. You don't need permission to rise, just a decision. You're the author now. Stand tall, speak loud, walk like someone who knows who they are. Because when you remember your worth, no one can write your obituary before your time. Life isn't forever. It's a limited time offer. You don't get a second round, and one day, whether it's tomorrow or 50 years from now, it ends. But here's the kicker. You don't get to choose when you die. But you do get to choose how you live. So live loud. Stop apologizing for taking up space. Stop dimming your light to make others comfortable. Stop waiting for the right time to be great. That time is now, not later, not someday. Now, look at Chadwick Boseman. While silently battling cancer, he still gave us Black Panther, 42, 5 Blood's performances that changed lives. He knew time was short, and he used every ounce of it with purpose, with passion, with fire. That's what it means to live loud. Don't die with your song still inside you. Sing it. Don't die with love still unspoken. Say it. Don't die with potential untapped. Use it. The world doesn't need more silence. It needs more heart, more courage, more truth. It needs you fully alive, fully present, fully you, so take the trip. Launch the dream, forgive the past, make the call, write the book, start the business, help the stranger, love like it's your last day because one day it will be, make noise, make impact, make legacy. Because life isn't about how long you live, it's about how loud you lived while you were here, so now the question is simple. Are you going to live quietly, or are you going to live completely? You've heard it all now, the pain, the fear, the lies you've been told, the comfort zone that's killing you, the passion you've been ignoring, the dreams you've buried alive, but this moment right here, right now is your line in the sand. From this point forward, you don't shrink anymore, you don't wait, you don't ask for permission, you don't settle, you rise like the world has been underestimating you for far too long. You rise like there's a fire inside you that refuses to be put out. You rise like death is real, but regret is worse, because one day they will write your name in stone, and what you do between now and that day, that's your legacy. So write it with fire, leave it loud. Love without fear, fight without hesitation, speak with truth, move with purpose, and never, never let the world convince you to die before your death. Your life is now, your time is now, so live like it.